Welcome to your Vosteed world, the Psyop. The Psyop is a Tuff Knives collaborative. Vosteed, you know what? Vosteed, they do the box, and then inside the box is this orange plastic, knife holder. And of course, this is going to be difficult, right? Okay. And on this side here, shows you the Psyop, the model number, all that kind of stuff. But the thing is, you have a choice. With the Psyop, you have a choice of, and now they got the little mini. I mean, not tiny mini, but they've got the small version of this. But with this, you get this pattern, or you get no pattern. Now, on the ones with no pattern, they are contoured scales. On the ones that are patterned, they are a flat scale. These are a flat scale. Which one did I want? I wanted the flat scale. I wanted the pattern. I like this pattern. I think it adds something. It brings additional interest to the design of the knife, etc., etc. Now, Tuff Knives. I keep thinking, didn't he do something with CKF, Custom Knife Factory, at one time, several years ago? But Tuff Knives is known for being a collaborator on design, etc., etc. And for him to do it with Vosteed, I thought was really nice. And you know what? It's a good-looking knife. Big, huge choil up here. Jump right up on this Elmax. And it's Elmax, wherever it says Elmax right here. Elmax blade. And there it is. And it's an inverted liner lock. So here you go. If you want a inverted liner lock, this compression lock is also basically an inverted liner lock, right? It's a liner that goes across here, but the liner goes here, and then you compress it from this side, as opposed to the liner coming from the back side, and then you compress it from the front. So it's just backwards. Now, maybe there's other little design differences between the compression lock and the inverted liner lock as well. I don't know. I mean, I was talking to Michael Janich about the compression lock, and he was saying, well, then here there's, this is wedged between the actual back of the blade and the underneath of the stop, and so it makes it, and here's your little area in here, so it really kind of pretty much puts it right dead in there and makes it very, very sturdy. Where a typical liner lock might migrate under enough pressure to actually pop and let the whole thing go, right? But, I mean, that would be a standard liner lock like that. This, I don't know, because it looks like this is doing kind of the same thing under this stop, and then coming in and making contact with the back of the blade as well. I don't know. I mean, but you can put in your 50 cents worth, because, no, I don't know for sure. I guess I could disassemble. I don't want to screw that. I'm not disassembling that. I did it once just to put this backspacer on, and I think I did a pig's ear of that, but it's been a keeper forever, right? And I got one of those cheap, stupid clips that I put on it, but in any case, it was from AliExpress or something. I don't care. I mean, I've got the original parts. I need to put this poor bastard back to factory and at least clean the blade up. I sharpened it not too long ago. But yes, the Psyop. Great looking knife. You know what? If there was a bitch and a moan about this, I would say, they could have maybe, I don't know, stuffed another 16th in there or something. But I don't know. Maybe I just getting a little too. Other than that, it's great. I mean, I love the ergos on this. This is really nice. It's a very simple design, which I think they did an absolute great job with. And this is Elmax 3.32 inch blade. 3.5 would have been better for me, but okay, 3.32, whatever. And then you can get their patterned versions in different, I think they have a bronze and they have the silver and whatever else. Okay, Jeffrey Bluffin, we just blocked his name. but AKA Tough Knives. And so that was their first collaboration. And here's all your stuff: Elmax, Rockwell 60 plus or minus 1. It's a drop point, etc., etc. And overall length is whatever they're saying. Overall length 8 inches. Yeah. So usually you see 3.5, overall 8, that kind of thing on these. Thumb hole front flipper. And I'm not a big front flipper guy, so okay. And it's a workhorse. And all this simple yet sophisticated style, intuitive fun and action. Okay, are we done? Was there one more page? It was just, I love it. Yeah, Elmax. I'm good with the Elmax. I'm good. Feels good. It's just a great design. This is probably one of my favorite Vosteed knives, and it's one of the more expensive ones too. But here it is. I mean, regardless, and let's get this out of the way. Let's bring us a little piece of paper, because I saw somebody say, oh, all my other Vosteed knives have been shaving sharp, but he was a little disappointed in the Psyop because he thought it wasn't as sharp. But this, it must have been the one. I guess it must have been the one. And did I try and put a chip in this thing? That's the whole reason I usually slice these things, is to see if I've got, a chip somewhere. But apparently I got away with this, throwing this one on the ground just about an hour ago. I about had a heart attack, but it hit it right here. Got it right there, my friend. Fell 2 foot. Well, yeah, probably 24 inches off that table over there, right onto the concrete floor, because I pulled the carpet out of this second bedroom thing. So, because otherwise I'd have enough knife parts hiding in the fibers of the carpet to build knives of all sorts. This way I can actually find the parts. So it is very, and then I can roll my chair around in here too. So it's really convenient. I've really avoided trying to put any more flooring down in here because I like the concrete. So there's where we are. Okay, so we're good there. Let's put the redundance on measuring this thing out, because 3.3 inches, I don't know. I mean, there's 3.5 there, but of course the bolster crawls up on you, and then you go 3.3, and then overall, yeah, it's 8 inches at 20.3 centimeters. And then let's do this thing if we're going to do this thing. 14.1 millimeters. That's 0.55. That's pretty good. 0.14, 3.5 millimeter blade steel, and 0.55. Wow. Okay. So it's not a little 0.46 or whatever like my paramilitary 2 is. It's husky, more husky than that, but and this is not the contoured one. All right. But you know what? It doesn't feel that fat in the hand, and it feels very comfortable. And then roll up here. I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at this choil. It's a big choil, so you're losing a lot of cutting length when you do that. So you just got to make that decision. I mean, is that something you're good with or you're not good with? And then you live with it and you go on. And the pocket clip is nice. It follows the form. I think the pocket clip is just very nice. And I'm thinking these are number 8s in here, so that's good. I think there was a lot of, nice design decisions that went in. Yeah, there's number 8s. So it's always been a good looking knife. Now, if you can just push the button, there you go. And let's take a weight on it. Grams, 137. I mean, it's not a lightweight knife, not that light. So if you wanted something, a discreet gent carry, this is not your thing. 4.85. And it's under 5 ounces. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's another ounce heavier than this, and this is a 1/4 inch longer in overall length than this is. Now, different materials and things like that, I get it. So, boom, just drop that. Front flipper, no problem. Yeah, swings free, nice. Ceramic bearings, you know, that kind of thing. Now, jimping on the back of the blade here. This is comfortable. Reverse grip is comfortable as well. It's just, yeah, it's a nice looking knife. So I'm glad I got my hands on one finally to be able to put on my channel. And now that I've thrown it on the ground, I think I made it mine, you know? I think I made it mine. I can just not worry about, you know, the first dent in the new car, the first, you know, parking lot ding in the new car, then there you go. You're not so horribly concerned after that. But yeah, 3.5 millimeter thick blade stock is pretty good. And Elmax, I'm happy with that. And I've checked some of the Vosteed knives on Rockwell, sent them in, you know, for testing, that kind of thing, and they held up, and they were as stated, and they were within the, you know, what we would all agree would be, well, if we could all agree on anything, but I mean, in the green zone of what is considered, you know, optimum hardness for said material. So I can't remember if I've done an Elmax on a Vosteed. If not, maybe I'll put it on my list for next batch. I just got a batch back that I'll be reporting on, so I try and take a little breath between batches because it costs me money. So I don't want to just throw $150 to $200 out the window very often for doing that. But what do you think? What do you think? Yeah, I like this. I like, you know, I could have got bronze, but nah, I like this standard looking silver craziness here. I do. I like it. And you know what? I just made up my mind. I voted it in, so let's do this. Now that I've, of course, thrown it on the floor, well, it probably loosened the nice pivot screw. Hey, let me throw it across the room, bounce it off the opposite wall, see if that loosens anything else up, too. Hey, blade's still centered? What the hell? Let's go for it. Shit. Poor old UA over at Vosteed's going, oh my God, what are you doing? And you know what? Okay, hold on. So, is this going to come apart? Oh, shit, there goes the surround. Is this going to come apart? What am I missing? Well, I'm missing that. But, I mean, what else am I missing? Because it should, you would think, come apart. Because I don't think that pocket clip, no, yeah, it will come apart. It is coming apart right now. Okay. Yikes, got it. Okay. I was wondering, I was like, what the hell? Because, you know, the pocket clip, it's not going through to a standoff or anything. There's nothing there that's holding it together. So here is, okay. So these help anchor your liner. That's interesting. All right. So yeah, you got titanium and then you got a steel liner in here. And then what did we throw? The surround here. And then here's your bearings, which look pretty standard run. Here's your liner that actually does the work. And ceramic detamp ball. And what else? We're doing a little push and shove there. Whoa. Okay. And let's get these, because I just caught them with my fingers when they were coming off. Okay, and then this, and then, of course, another set of, just about threw them on the floor. Okay, there we go. And then we're coming into where these are, okay, there's your actual liner. Will that actually, yeah, it will. It'll come off. So there's your liner with your little CME attached with a screw. All right. Compression made easy. Sorry. But so we've got this opposite side, which you would think is the lock side, but no, the presentation side is really the lock side here. And with the detamp ball and all that. And then, of course, you can see that you have the liner in here that's skeletonized. On this side, you've got a bunch that's just missing. But actually, the titanium itself is weight relieved a bit as well. And so is this underneath here. So we've got quite the thing. And of course, you could always pull this off. Then you could technically, I guess, pull this out if you wanted to, if you needed to do any other kind of maintenance or cleaning, because you can just, it'll fall out if you let it. That kind of thing. You can see where it's coming out. Okay, so it's got to, there you go. Now, have we made a big enough mess? Are you sure? And then here, of course, these two orphans now have no place to hang on to. So yeah, weight relieved here as well. And back spacer. And so now we could do that. I knew you were steel. Get over there. Yeah, but yeah, this is all this is titanium except for these liners, but you probably figured that out. I didn't have to prove anything. And the Elmax blade, and so this, you go over here, you go here. Of course, you got to go actually this way, and this, and this, and that's your disassembly. Okay, so looking at this, I was going, okay, so we've got, it looks like a captured pivot here, but where is it captured against? And I think it's captured right. You can see the squared off area right at the front, and so this thing has got to face the front, because when it goes back in here, that's what's going to capture it and keep it from turning. Okay, so you stabilize that pivot. All right. Okay. Vosteed Psyop comes in a box. Inside the box is a box. Inside the box in the box is the knife, the Psyop, and you want to get the pattern, you want to get the contoured, however you like it. I like finger flicking it. I'm not a big front flipper guy, but this one you can do either way you want. Keep your fingers out of the travel by just however you want, because, yeah, you don't have to disengage a liner or a frame lock or anything like that. Y'all good? I'll leave the link to Vosteed below, and check wherever else. I believe White Mountain Knives also sells Vosteed, and I have a 10% discount code, LTK, so check that out as well. And you guys, stay sharp.